Okay, hey guys, so Kian here, and this is a quick update on Shenmue animations, even though it's not really an update. It's something that I think Lemon Haze has understood for a while, and I just found out yesterday. So, one thing I've been really struggling to work with is these blocks 1 and 5 are pretty simple and straightforward, but blocks 2, 3, and 4 are just kind of a garbled mesh of bytes that don't really seem to do anything. So I've been shifting my attention to block 5 to just try and parse out the key values to see if there's an approach to just read those directly. And one thing that I found super weird was block 5 was super long. It was like 2 to 3 times longer than I would expect it to be. Because if we know how many keyframes there are for the root animation, then we can kind of approximate out how long, how many keyframes there are for the other bones, and then from there we can kind of estimate how long we would expect the file to be. But the file is so much longer than I expected, and so I went through and I read some values, and I was like, well, I read values of where I expect the root bone Y position to be, and it seemed to cut off here, and so that was like weird. And then it's cut, and then more kind of popped up towards the end of the file. So what I did was I turned on the emulator. I just commented all of those out to 0, and there's absolutely no effect on the animation. So I started just removing more and more and more and more stuff from the animation file, and still no effect on the animation. So eventually I got to the end of the file. No, it was like from the middle to the end of the file. Absolutely no change, and then I started working my way back in the middle upwards until I finally got a change. And once I noticed where the change was, I kind of noticed something familiar. This 1F, F801 value, and that is the root bone position for an animation. So it looks like animations inside Shenmue further have internal animations. So that's what I was running into, and that makes it really easy because that accounts for the extra space on the file that I couldn't account for. Now that means that there's a really reasonable number of keyframe animations here. So the next step I'm going to work on is to try and parse out all the keyframe animations because it looks like it's not an even number for all the animations. If it were an even number for the animations, you can just divide down. Okay, they're the same for everything. Okay, you're good. It doesn't look like that's the case, so I need to find out how many keyframe animations there are for each one. And then once I've got a better idea of the table, then I can kind of use that to go back and look at these other blocks to see if there's hints on how to parse it or find the frame count or things like that. So that's where I am right now. I guess it's just time to go through and make notes about where different values in the animations appear, and just kind of take detailed notes on that, and then kind of go back and work my way back from there. So that's just a quick update. It's pretty helpful to know that because it was driving me crazy because there's just so much information that couldn't be accounted for. So that's it for this video. See you next time.